Hello, it's Dawn with My Quilt Projects, and today I'm going to show you how to make a mitered corner. You start off with a 2-inch square, a 1.5 by 3.5 inch rectangle. You need 2 of those. And working this, you're going to sew one of these rectangles to the side of the square, but you're only going to sew it halfway. So we're going to do a partial seam. If you have to, pin. Alright, I've got my 1/4 inch seam allowance set, and I'm going to sew part way. We're going to sew about right there. Alright. Come back over here. I'm going to finger press that open. And I'm going to make sure this stays out of my way. And I'm going to attach at the perpendicular side of the square, I'm going to attach the other rectangle. And this time we're going to sew all but the last 1/4 inch. So I'm going to sew all the way from here to about right there. If it helps, you can always mark your 1/4 inch with a pin. And I'm going to go about right there. Okay. I'm going to finger press that to the dark. And now we have to make this seam right here. What you do, you're going to turn it over. You're going to fold this out of your way. If you find that when you fold this, and let's take a peek in here, this should be right on the bias. You may have to flick out a stitch right there to make it lay right. That's fine. Okay. Notice that my raw edges are even. So I've made them even on this end and this end. But we're going to be sewing this end. So I'm going to pin. Just like that. Now, right here is my hidden square right there. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up the bottom edge and have it dissect right at a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to start drawing a line. Okay, and we've got it pinned. Now, normally when you sew like a folded corner, you sew a thread length on the other side of the line. This time we're going to sew it directly on the line. This will be key for a successful. I'm going to get rid of my 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'm going to place my feed dog down on top of the square underneath, and then when I go to take that first stitch, it's going to hop off right to the perfect spot, and I'm going to sew directly on top of the line. Okay, let's go back over here. Alright, when you go to open it up, we've still got that partial seam right there. We need to finish sewing that. First, I'm going to trim, and I don't do it exact. I just take a scissors and whack it off. It doesn't really matter. The key to having this lay flat is to make a notch right here. So I'm going to make a little notch, and then I'm going to fold. If you look, I'm going to go to the back side. This side's sewn. I'm going to flip this side out of the way, and then right here is my 1/4 inch. because that's where my thread stopped. And I'm going to stitch from exactly there. And I could sew off, but I'm going to go ahead and stop there. 1/4 inch back on. Alright. And there we go. Now if I did this right, when it folds out, it'll fold out flat. Alright, finger press, finger press. I'm going to choose a side to finger press my mitered corner. And it looks like it's laying completely flat. Is it perfect? Almost. I can see where it kind of stretched on the bias. We're going to go ahead and just trim that up a little bit, and it gets rid of the dog ear. And that is how you make a mitered corner.